don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'll repeat it again. So lately, all my videos were not recording at 1080p, not recording at 60 frames per second. So now things have changed, so you guys can see it at 60 frames per second. So this should help out for those who want to watch this video. Hoping to get this done quickly by the end of the week, because I've been reminding people lately, of course, that the Gundam Weapons Custom Contest, which I started last month in October, not last month, but over a month ago, is about to end soon on December 10th. So again, if you guys are working on, if you guys want to win some prizes, just make a custom weapon. The all the information is on Facebook, on my page on Strider Space Prime, and I think the last update I did talk about it, and I put it on my page. So you got less than a week now, something like that. Yeah, about less than a week. And again, for those of you who don't know, the prizes are $50 first prize, $40 second prize, and third prize will be $30. And it's all going to be, you're going to get credited from Gundam Planet, so you'll get a credit from them. Please, you must make sure you have a Gundam Planet account to get that credit, so you can get whatever you want. Obviously, this month of December, we're going to be getting some really good kits. I did mention some of the kits are coming out before in the previous video, but I should remind everybody that besides the real grade Bill Strike and the master grade Psycho Zaku from Thunderbolt that's coming out this year, we also have some Origin kits. I believe the Bug-U. I call it. Somebody said no, it's the Beg-U or Bug-U. I call it the Bug-U because it's bugging. The Origins gun cannon, which looks amazing. I love that kit. And now that we're getting not only the movie version, but we're also getting a yellow version of that with different type of weaponry, and it's not Bandai exclusive, which is the selling point for me. I love it. Can't wait to get that one. But also from IBO, we're getting not only the 144 scale, but we're also getting the 1/100 scale Vidar, the new bad guy Gundam from IBO. We also are getting that mobile armor version, which has been teased for quite some time. Some other kits that I probably don't know off the top of my head. Bawu should be out. I'm sorry, Bawu RE kit should be out by now, as well as the Lupus 1/100 scale. I just said Bawu, and of course that's a Bandai exclusive, but I'm actually hoping to get that one as well. Obviously, sad news for those who live in Japan or those who are planning to go to Japan. They're going to tear down the statue of the RX-78-2, the 1/1 scale. It's a bit sad news for those who may go there or who are there already. But not only that they're closing that, they're also closing the mall down, the store that's in the mall in Diver City. So, according to what I read on Anime News Network, they're looking into reopening it up again in 2019, and with the possibility of making the RX-78-2 move more than just its head. We may see, maybe it'll move its arms and its waist, and maybe move the fingers a bit. Some would say, okay, no, we should see it walk. I kind of figured Japan may do that. They may want to look into that, but you're not going to see it in Diver City, that's for certain. for a 18-meter statue to move, you're going to have more space so it can actually move in whatever direction it wants. The technology is there to maybe make it move in a straight angle, but will it be authentic, where it actually can pivot and balance itself from the center mass of the mobile suit, or excuse me, so the statue, where it can actually lift one leg, put it down, lift the other leg, and then balance itself? Or will it be, all Disney on us, and just, it will look like it will move, but it's not? Japan's not going to do that. Japan would rather go all out, but then you also have to think of the logistics of where you're going to put a massive 18-meter robot to move. You would have to actually dedicate a massive amusement park type thing just so you can see it move. And obviously you don't want to just move, you probably want to do other things. You want it to, wave its hands. Or I'm going a little ahead of myself here, yes. And I can imagine the amount of the billions upon billions of yen dollars that they're going to invest to do something like that. So I would not mind to see it move its arms and head and waist unit, but I think that's the extent of what it could do until we go to another stage where it definitely needs to move on its own autonomously, or no, not autonomously, but maybe its own pilot. They're gonna get some guy or girl to pilot it, wearing the actual authentic Federation suit, and then of course they will not stop there. They may decide to make a one scale of a Zaku. Now that would be amazing if they do something like that. Even if it's not to make it move, one scale of Zaku, whether it's the standard or the char type, it would drive Japanese crazy. Really, literally, it will drive them nuts. All right, that's actually my Gundam talk during the build of this kit. For now, I'm going to remove all these turquoise parts so I can clean them, and then I'll work on the other guys as well. So let me give me some time while I do that. So I right now finished separating all the parts as best as I possibly can, and now I'm in the process of sanding down the parts. Just want to do some light sanding on areas that I think needs to be done and try to even it out a bit. I'm using my Wedgie 400 sticks that I purchased this year. They're nice and comfortable and easy to work with, especially at the scale. I could pull the other ones up, but this one kind of like. So I'm using that, and then this is 400. This is actually a 600 grit sanding stick, which I'll do that right now to smooth it out. Here we go with that one. Of course, trying to grab this and making sure it doesn't fly off your hands is a challenge. Thank God I have this cabinet open so I can catch it. There we go. Alright, that's good. That's good. Let's try one of the big ones here. Trying to look for like the areas where it needs the most. Okay, like here, it's like right on the leading edge. So just making sure it's in an angle. Just apply a little bit of sanding only in that area. There we go. Nothing here. Okay, over there. And then here, there's a nice cut there, but alright, so let's just try it. Like I mentioned before, some of these parts is not necessary, but I'm going to clean them up anyway. Because if one fails, I got the backup. I can always use this for other kits. Enough. Then we use this one to smooth it down a bit. There we go. Let's see here. Here's another part that's not necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. You know, I should have gotten another sanding stick that's a little bit more finer, like either an 800 or maybe 1000. There's the sanding paper that I do have, but I should work on creating sanding sticks using the sanding paper so I can use it on kits, because they're a much finer grit and it makes it a lot more smoother. The part when you use them. Websites and like Hyperlink Japan and other places will have tools that will allow you to actually hold on to the 1000 or 1200 grit paper. But I'm actually going to make my own, and that will be for another time. I haven't done a tool time with Strider Prime video in a while. That should be my next project. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's see how that came out. I think they came out okay. I have my sticky tack nearby. I thought I did. And this thing actually is the same color as the sticky tack, but I'll find it soon enough. Yeah, I'll review this later on. This looks okay. Let me continue on, and we'll move on to the next parts.